4, I'm Angeli, that's Shivan, let's get hyped.
The time is now. Oh. Sorry, one moment, some technical difficulties. Riverside, are you ready for the second half of the 2024 Spoken Word Competition? It's time! I'm Shivan.
And I'm Angeli.
And it's the time for the second half of the Spoken Word Finals. Let's get ready.
We would like to start by acknowledging that we are on the unceded traditional territory of the Coquitlam First Nation, which lies within the shared territories of the Tsleil-Waututh, Katzie, Musqueam, Kakite, Squamish, and Stolo nations, all my relations.
The photos you saw when you came in and were getting settled are from Mr. Schoenhall's photography class. Let's give them a round of applause.
We are introducing a new element to our finals. We are now offering a People's Choice Award. This means that after each block, we will project a QR code linked to a Microsoft form. You will see the list of students who just presented, and you are to choose one student that you think had the best spoken word. You can choose one poet in 1 minute. If time allows, we will announce the winner, and they will get a prize in addition to the poets who win through the judging process. So pay attention and be ready to vote by the end of the block. We will do this at the end of both blocks.
Okay, now for the technical part. Rules and logistics of the slam poetry competition. There are no props allowed.
Instead of clapping, we will while a poet is trying to speak, we snap our fingers like this. We snap in appreciation of the words and ideas and to not interrupt the poet. Let's practice, but we already did that.
At the end of the poem, we clap loudly and enthusiastically. We reward the poet and not the scorers.
The judges today are Mrs. Young, Mrs. Gorsick, and Mrs. DeSegna, and Mrs. Della Vidova.
They will score the poem between 1 and 10 based on the words, the meaning, and the presentation. And if you disagree, you can always yell, "Higher!"
And who knows, you may convince the judges to raise their score. These poets deserve respect. There are no phones or talking while they are performing, and only go to the washroom between the poems.
If a certain subject matter makes you uncomfortable, then quietly excuse yourself. Check in with your teacher, and the counselors are on hand if you need to chat. Now, let's get started. First, we have Troy Shoremaker and Armand Adley with the Taco Bell Tragedy. Let's give them a round of applause.
I'm fucking up this time. Here we go. This is a bittersweet story. Scratch that. There is no sweet. This is a bitter story of a dam breach so catastrophic it forever tarnished my soul's fragile innocence. It started with an ad, bold letters screaming, a 2 for $10 deluxe bean burrito deal with Diablo sauce streaming. It was irresistible, like honey to a bee. I was famished, flustered, and too blind to see. My first steps into Taco Bell. It seemed so benign. Plastic chairs, soda fountains, no sinister sign. The air was scented with promises of spice, but beneath it all, there lurked a diabolical price. My stomach was waging an unkempt void. It's waiting to replenish with the sweet Diablo's gold. I placed my order, no time to stall. Can I get the 2 for $10 deluxe bean burrito deal, please? Don't hold back at all.
Don't hold back at all? How naive of you to say. Festering, fizzling, I'm always here to stay. You savor the heat, the sauce, the fire, but I'm the ember that fuels your pyre. Growing closer, bite by bite, I'll slowly take over. I'll win this fight. Enjoy this feast, relish your greed, for I am the shadow born from your need. Soon you'll feel me, an unholy tide, the reckoning you cannot run from nor hide.
Each bite was a symphony of fire and zest. Igniting my tongue, I thought, this is the best. But as I reveled in my victorious feast, something inside stirred. Oh, something inside stirred a relentless beast.
You foolish mortal, do you feel me rise? I'm the storm you cannot quell, the truth in disguise. Unsuspecting as to what I could be, I'm a shapeshifter, unchained will, at least, until I'm free.
I secured my gates firmly, locked rigidly in fear, but the poo's voice grew. It grew loud and clear.
You think you can hold me? Chain my might? I am a tsunami, relentless, fueled by your bite.
Sorry. My stomach had waged 1,000-year war. Signs are beginning to show not only of beans, but more.
You built me, creator, being by being. Now, I'm your reckoning, the end unseen.
Not here, not now, hold fast. But the pooch chuckled with a force unsurpassed.
I'm a freight train with no brakes to find. A ticking time bomb, your doom entwined.
Each step I took was a perilous dance. The poop pressed harder, seizing its chance. I'm keeping an image here, one of grace and beauty.
One misstep and I'll blast you with my forbidden smoothie.
I begged, pleaded, I tried to delay, but nature's laws simply don't work that way.
You see, host, I'm not just waste. I'm the inevitable force that you must
Hold-
face.
Hold on. Oh shit!
Oh shit, indeed!
In an instant, all was unveiled. My fortress crumbled, my defenses failed. This is blasphemy, a betrayal of my will. People are laughing, starting to get ill. So here lies my story, a cautionary tale of battles within and systems that fail. For the next time you see a deal all too swell, remember the day I dueled Taco Bell.
Amen.
That spoken word made me hungry. Judges, let's see those scores. A 9.5, 9.4, 9.3, and a 9.7.
Do I hear you saying higher?
Will they go higher? Yes, 9.5, and 9.6, 9.5, and a 9.7. Let's give them a round of applause for the Taco Bell tragedy.
Our next performer is Olivia Robinson, presenting Lessons Learned. Let's give her a round of applause.
We have all experienced the first day of high school, obviously. It was a warm day in September, sun shining in my eyes, and I look above me as that big front entrance towers over my head, staring at me, making sure I felt as uncomfortable as possible. Yet, I remembered, I'm just like everyone else. I came here to learn. And I learned. Everything changed quickly. I learned I was not popular with teachers or many of my peers. I would be lying if I said I had a great first year. I did some interesting things, not to be named. My attendance was low, which is an understatement. And I found myself in the office probably once a week. I almost got sent to alternative school, maybe 5, 6, 56 times. I'm joking, kind of. If you think your freshman year was rough, come and see me, because I'm sure my stories can make you feel good about yourself. Although this was a chapter in my life which I now look back on and laugh about. And I learned in the hardest way possible. After having the best summer of my life, building bonds I will forever cherish, learning life lessons daily, I felt a firelight inside of me. Things changed. I met someone who to this day challenges me to always do better, to be my best self possible. This led to grade 10 coming along, and I scrambled to get back on track. It was what I wanted more than anything, and I pushed myself so incredibly hard after digging my own academic grave. I had a fallout with my best friend. Losing that support system shook me a bit, but others came in and gave me the comfort I needed in aid of my journey. Like I said, things change. What I did remember, besides the core memories I experienced here and there, was the feeling of thrill when I received my report cards. I thought I would never be able to make connections with my teachers again after the 9th grade, and the proud feeling that overtook my body seeing my progress was unbelievable. The staff here noticed my efforts and encouraged me to continue pursuing my journey. This was when I built connections with not only the other students, but many staff members as well. And most saw a version of me others failed to see in the past. And to this day, I am beyond grateful for those who stood by me and had faith in what I could do. And once again, I learned. I learned that if I wanted to be in a place of life where I could wake up to every morning with a feeling of satisfaction, I had to work harder. I dedicated this past summer to summer school. It was 7 hours a day, but I was determined to place myself in the best possible position for grade 11. I was constantly tired, and it was difficult to keep going. I felt at this point all my friends who knew me in the past were no longer interested in maintaining a relationship with me, as they sat waiting for the image they perceived of me in their head to return. Yet, I still tried my hardest after all I was learning. And I learned. I learned that every life story has its highs and lows. I learned that everyone goes through their struggles. I learned that staring at that pile of homework and not doing anything about it not only hurts my grades, but it hurts my brain. And I learned you can lose people who want to be your friend only when you're in a deeply bad place. I learned you need to survive to be a survivor, and I learned that criticism is your strongest inspiration. And I learned that your failures do not ever define your success. To those who are hearing this feeling like it is impossible to dig themselves out of their situation, I will stand here and be your living proof. I want you to hear the words, "You are going to be okay," and I want you to listen to me when I say it is never too late to change. Change your circle of friends, change your grades, change your living situation, change the way others see you. I know I make it sound easy, and trust me, it is not. But if there's one thing worth working for, it is the best you can be. Did you learn?
Wow, thank you, Olivia, for that inspiring poem. Okay, so we'll give a moment for the judges to write their scores.
Okay, so we have a 9.4, a 9.45, a 9, and a 9.4. Let's give it up for Olivia. And we have a 9.3. Let's give it up for Olivia. Next, we have Brooke McNeil with The Girl Who Lost. Let's give it up for Brooke.
Okay, so first off, the title's wrong. It's The Kid Who Ran Away. Okay. When I was 3, my parents took me on a cruise. But it was a memorable one for sure. My parents and I were headed to the Caribbean for, I believe it was a week. Finally, and ever so luckily, everyone was so excited to go. 2 days into the cruise, it was a sea day, which meant I could hang around the cabin, do whatever I wanted, even though I was 3, so that was watching cartoons on the TV. Except there was a problem. It was fancy night on the cruise, so we all had to get dressed up. Unfortunately, that included me. Yay. At this time in my life, I was going through my rebellious toddler phase, which means I didn't want to listen to my parents no matter how hard they tried. Sounds somewhat familiar? Yeah. So my mom set my clothes out on my bed and told me to put them on while she went to put her makeup on. You're probably wondering where my dad is at this point, and this is a key thing, because that's a really good question. He had to walk out of the room to go get ice to put some water on because he was so hot that day. Keep that in mind for the rest of the story because that's kind of important. It didn't take me 5 seconds to figure that out because I asked. Anyways, my mom was in the bathroom putting makeup on and I was getting dressed. Well, technically I was supposed to be. I don't actually know what I was doing. My mom had set out this outfit for me. I hated it. It was the generic pink long sleeve shirt with the little attached tutu and the purple My Little Pony on the front of it with neon highlighter green tights. I think everyone knows this outfit. Anyways, I was pretty short when I was 3 and the handles on the cruise ship were up pretty high. So I went over to the door, and luckily my dad had left the door slightly open when he walked out of the room. Not the best part of my dad. Anyways, I managed to pull the door open, and I strutted myself out into the hallway. Unfortunately, I didn't know how to tie my shoes, and I didn't have Velcro ones, so I was barefoot in the hallway of a cruise ship with who knows how many people, and who knows what was on that floor. Anyways, now I'm in the hallway, and I have to go somewhere, anywhere away from this door where my parents can easily find me. And I can't get caught, otherwise I will be going back to that prison of a room. Well, I thought the best place I could go on the cruise ship would be the steakhouse, or otherwise known as the top of the ship on this cruise ship. Ironically, that's where we were going in about an hour or so. I thought, great option. Unfortunately, for me, the buttons were kind of high for the elevator, but luckily people had just gotten off. Another unfortunately for me, the elevator people had just gotten off of was the glass elevator in the middle of the cruise ship. So, 3-year-old me walks into this elevator, standing in the middle of a glass elevator. Don't quite know why, and made it up to the top floor. I strutted myself out, and now I was there, and I was just like, well, I'm here now. Unfortunately for me, luckily for my parents, the hostess was standing at the host stand with her tablet, getting ready to start the night off. She saw me walk out of the elevator and was like, hey, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. She takes me down to the guest services area, and they called my parents. My dad had a phone from the kids club, which the crew could contact the kids club, and the kids club could contact my dad. But my mom was on the other side of the cruise ship searching for me kind of everywhere, and she didn't have any contact info. So my dad comes to find me at guest services, picks me up, and they have to call my mom over the intercom system. So now everybody on this cruise ship knows my name and that I was missing. And that was the last cruise I went on when I was 3. That was such a fun time for myself and my parents. But that's about to change because I'm going on one during spring break. Thank you.
Good job, Brooke. Okay, judges, let's see those scores. They wrote.
Okay, so we got an 8.9, another 8.9, a 9, and an 8.7. Let's give it up for Brooke.
Our next performer is Parmita Afshar, presenting Life is Beautiful. Let's give it up for Parmita.
The bad days we have makes us strong. The good days we see seem like a song. Life is beautiful, like the mountains you see, like the flowers you smell, like the days are free. Every time you wake up, don't forget to dance. Remember, days fly, give yourself a chance. Life is beautiful no matter what. Sad things might happen, but life goes on and on. Life is a melody, create your song. Don't search for answers, there's no right or wrong. In your dark times, find your light. Despite all the bad times, you can still shine bright. Dance in the rain, sing in the storm, laugh every day. These are the moments we form. With all the hardships, with all the sadness, with all the pains, with all the blackness, life can still be enjoyable. Life can still be beautiful. Love yourself as much as you can. Life is a canvas, paint your plan. Life is a movie. Be the one who plays, be the one who wins, be your main character. Make your life as beautiful as you can. Focus on your goals, your dreams, your plans. As long as you try, there's nothing to worry about. Don't overthink your decisions, just let it all out. Life is beautiful, like rainbows in the sky, like vacations every summer, like the days you try. Every heartbeat is a rhythm, every moment is a miracle. Every breath is a chance, every love is lyrical. Life is a beautiful, a masterpiece in motion, an ocean of dreams, a sea of emotions. A new perspective will make a change. Open your eyes to new aspects of life. You are enough, you are powerful, you are more than you think, you are wonderful. Look at the stars in the night, look at the sun in the day, look at the rise in the sea, call it a beautiful day. You will rise, you will grow, you will go with the life flow. A new moment will raise your thoughts. Love yourself more than every day. Be proud of the pains you faced on the way. In your thoughts, in your mind, respect others, be always kind. And always remember that in days and nights, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful in souls, hearts, and minds. Thank you.
Thank you, Parmita.
Okay, so we have a 9.3, another 9.3, 9.4, and a 9.3. Okay, let's give it up for Parmita.
Our next performer is Ida Kidsner presenting Dinosaurs. Let's give it up for Ida.
Imagine this. The Earth is flat, and dinosaurs are alive. They have never been extinct. The asteroid didn't kill them all. Nessie, the monster of Loch Ness, she is a dinosaur. There's proof, picture proof, from the 1930s. Did you think the government was telling the truth? They never have. Why would they now? Their work is secret. They don't want you to question it. But why? Why is combined military of all countries protecting the Antarctic at any cost? They never have. Why would they now? They do so since 1959. They call it the Arctic Treaty. It's in place to protect the environment, they say. It's a lie. But what are they hiding? Dinosaurs. It's all about dinosaurs. Capitalists don't care about the environment. They never have. Why would they now? Why are there secret science labs in the Antarctic? What are they researching? What are they hiding? Why can you not travel there? Why is no plane or boat ever going to the Antarctic? What are they hiding? Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs live there. That's what they are hiding. Scientists have extracted the DNA from dinosaur skeletons. They have brought back the dinosaurs. They have found an egg, a Triceratops egg, frozen in the endless ice, preserved by the cold since the beginning of time, 2,024 years ago. There's proof, picture proof, from the 1930s. Scientists found caves and lakes hidden beneath the ice. If the Earth is flat, how deep is the Earth? Scientists found life in these caves, microscopically small. They say it's a lie. Did you think the scientists are telling the truth? They never have. Why would they now? There's more, bigger life. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs live there. That's what they are hiding. The time of dinosaurs will come. They will take over the world, take over all governments. The dinosaurs are smart, smarter than the governments, smarter than the scientists. Dinosaurs are on our side. They have a concept of a plan. Dinosaurs are unstoppable. They will come to save the world, to save the environment. Dinosaurs care about the environment. They always have. Why wouldn't they now? Dinosaurs are the ones to save the Earth. They will do what scientists couldn't and governments wouldn't. They will tell the truth.
All right, judges, let's see those scores. Do you want to introduce the next performer? Then you can introduce Trevor.
You guys haven't even heard the scores yet. We have a 9.6, 9.55, 9.55, and a 9 question mark? What would the dinosaurs have given that poem? 10! We have a 10! Let's give it up for Ida. Which one?
All right, so our next performer is Andisha Fakiri, presenting The Silence of Their Voices. Let's give it up for Andisha.
In the silence of their voices. In the shadows of Afghanistan's mountains, where the winds once carried dreams, now there's silence. A silence heavy, a silence suffocating. Once, the children ran freely, the girls with laughter in their eyes, their feet dancing upon the soil, their hearts full of promise. But today, the soil is still. The laughter is muted, the promise is stolen. They were told, stay home, close your doors, keep your voices quiet, for a woman's voice is a crime. But in the stillness of their homes, in the quiet of their hearts, they still speak, still dream, still yearn. In the quiet of their voices grow louder. But who will listen? Who will hear the murmur of resistance and the muffled breaths of the mothers in Kabul? Who will hear the cries of daughters in a world that's forgotten them? They've been told that a woman's mind is not for learning, her spirit is not for soaring, but I know what's within them. The fire in their eyes, the wisdom in their hands, the strength in their bones, the vision in their hearts. They are the untold stories of Afghanistan, the voices that never make it to the pages of history. But I hear them. I hear their echoes in the winds of Kandahar, in their prayers whispered behind the closed doors of Herat, in the eyes of a girl still dreaming of a classroom, of a book, of a future. They are being silenced. Not by walls, not by laws, but by fear, a fear of what a woman can be, a fear of what a girl can become. If given the right to learn, if given the right to speak. And still, they rise. They rise in silence, they rise in darkness. You cannot take their voices, you cannot take their dreams, for they are carved in the very air of Afghanistan, the very land they walk upon. They are not just mothers, they are not just daughters, they are not just wives, they are the unspoken revolution, the quiet resistance that will never be forgotten even if the world turns away. One day, the silence will break. One day, the world will understand that the Afghan women's rights are being taken away like the fading light of a candle, flickering and struggling to survive against the forces trying to suppress it. One day, everyone is going to hear the brave voices of Afghanistan and women's girls once more. And when it does, they will roar in the silence of their voices. Thank you.
So, hello? Thank you, Andisha, for that very inspiring and beautiful poem. Let's see the scores, judges.
We have a 9.9, 9.9, a 10, and a 10.
Woo!
Now we have Kabi Enem Nyarko with First Day. Let's give it up for Kabi. Kobe, sorry.
It's a new school in a different city, a different country, a different continent. I know no one knows me. I don't understand the culture here. What makes people laugh or cry, or even angry? How do I fit in? Should I be asking, how do I stand out? All these thoughts rush through my head like a river in a flood. It's the night before my first day. What will it be like? I ask myself as I toss restlessly on my bed. I remind myself of a soldier the night before an important battle. You'd think my head was a drum, the way it pounds, the way I worry about all the things that could possibly go wrong. Don't be scared, my sister says, but my mind tells me different. What if I say something so unfunny I embarrass myself? Even worse, I do something to make everyone dislike me. Would they even be able to understand me? Cliché, isn't it? I try to calm myself down by telling myself there's nothing to fear. But I'm too deep inside this well of panic. Ropes formed by futile self-attempts to relax are not long enough to pull me out. Morning comes for my vulnerable heart, like a predator about to feed off its prey. I spend hours in front of the mirror, trying to look my best, rummaging through my wardrobe looking for the best possible fit. I am a chef preparing food to present before judges. It's a cold November morning, but that's not why I'm shivering. Not a peaceful thought behind these teary eyes, yet I'm not crying. After what feels like eternity, I arrive at the school. I'm late. I remind myself of a lamb on the way to slaughter, the way my legs shake. There it is, my classroom, the embodiment of my fears in a square space. I imagine myself as a rapper about to perform. The classroom is my stage. Here goes everything. Hey, I'm Kobe. All right, take a seat. Is this it? Is this what I was so scared of? The panic vanishes as quickly as it came. It feels like a heavy rock has been lifted off me. It's finally over. From shadows of doubt to light of self-belief, the first day ends, bringing sweet relief. Thank you.
All right, judges, let's see those scores.
We got a 9.5, 9.6, 9.6, and a 9.5. Let's give a round of applause for Kobe. Next, we have Sean McRae and Shaheen Afzali with How Much We Hate Rhetorical Devices.
After a relaxing lunch, I walk in English class, and boom, bam, snap, crackle, pop. Rhetorical devices punch me in the face like a left hook from Mike Tyson. Ugh, I hate rhetorical devices.
They're an endless portal of nonsense that drifts on and on.
Wait, didn't we just use onomatopoeia, simile, and personification? Now, I know this may sound a little grimdark,
But I've had a whole punk attitude about this for the past 12 years of my life.
making the language I speak every day harder.
I don't mean to be a negative Nancy,
But man, what is an antidiphlosis?
Antithesis, what happened to prothesis?
Cacophony?
Isocolon?
Hyperbole? Hyperboles. I don't know what it is with them, but they get me going. Seriously.
Hyperbole is by far one of the worst creations ever. If I ever get my hands on the person who created hyperbole,
It's going down.
You know, sometimes I wish personification would just grow legs and run away, dancing its way into the sunset, never to be seen again.
When I see rhetorical devices, all I can think about is go away, go away, go away. Oh, would you look at that? Repetition.
Repetition seems like a recurring event in my life, coming at me over and over again,
weaving its way into my brain over and over again. I'm at work, and all I can think about is how to turn everything parallel. Getting into my life, now that's personnel.
All this parallel, I never learned this at Citadel.
Or pit. All this is gonna make me throw a fit.
Rhyme, it's the worst of all time, takes me out of my prime. It should be a crime to let me rhyme in this short amount of time.
Wait,
Maybe rhyming isn't so bad after all.
makes me feel cool, gives me the fuel at school. Maybe if I use rhetorical devices, I wouldn't be such a fool.
And you know, repetition is just a reminder, and hyperbole is just a way to express your desire.
These devices are the difference between an A and an F.
They make our words meaningful, giving context, tone, and emphasis.
Don't look at these devices as a chore, but rather a tool to help you more.
So why do kids hate it so much?
Because it's something they can't touch.
Something that comes from within,
Not on some 10-inch screen.
where everything is given to them,
And the hardest challenge I had to face
was quarantine. So when you're in English class, complaining about these devices,
Just remember, rhetorical devices are everywhere.
a simile is like an echo, always repeating itself in the background of your thoughts.
Personification will continue to walk its way into your brain.
And metaphors are shadows, silently stalking every step, never leaving your side.
Wow. That was relatable. Let's see those scores, judges. A 10, 9.9, 9.8, and a 9.95. Let's give them a round of applause.
Our next performer is Cavell Parsons, presenting Bikes, Bears, and Bad Singing. Let's give it up for Cavell.
This summer, I got my first job ever. I worked at a bike camp for kids ages 3 to 12, teaching them how to ride trails, master trail etiquette, and honestly, it's about teaching them how to not be absolute menaces to everyone else on the trail. Mondays at camp are always a little rocky. Kids show up not knowing anyone, hiding behind shy smiles and clinging to their water bottles. This week, I get assigned the high-level group, my favorite group. These are the kids who supposedly have it all together. We kick things off, same as always, with the safety talk. I cover trail etiquette rules, and then I get to bear safety. I start. If we see a bear, and immediately Charlie, one of my campers, interrupts me, freaking out. Bears? There are bears? Her eyes are huge, like I just told her there's going to be a velociraptor on the trail or something. Yes, I say, I'm trying to keep it light. There might be bears, but we'll make noise, and I have an air horn to scare them away. But what do we do if we see a bear? Charlie again, practically shaking in her boots. Well, we make lots of noise, and we move on quickly. But don't worry, bears are more scared of us than we are of them, I reassure her. It was at that moment that I knew this was going to be a long week. By lunchtime, all the kids are in full gossip mode, spreading the word that my coworker Lily's group saw a bear, which in literal terms means a kid heard there might be a bear somewhere on the trail and had to tell everyone. Needless to say, the kids are all buzzing with excitement. Their young imaginations are running wild. Except Charlie. She's shaking. She's spiraling. She's on full-blown bear alert mode. So at this point, I'm desperate, and I break out the big guns. Music. Normally, I save my speaker for when the whining starts, but desperate times call for desperate measures, right? With music playing, I announce, the bears will stay away, and this seems to work. That afternoon, I take my campers to their favorite trail, which we call Roller Coaster. It's this twisty, hilly mountain biking dream. And by the time we hit the bottom, the campers all grinning. Even Charlie seems relaxed. And then we run into Lily in her class. And of course, the first thing her campers ask my campers is, did you see the bear? The next day, I decide to challenge my group with a tougher trail. This one's legit. Narrow path with jagged edges. We're taking it slow when a woman stops us. She points to the bushes and says, just so you know, there's a bear about 100 feet that way. Panic. Chaos. 2 campers ask to get closer to it. Meanwhile, Charlie looks like she's about to pass out. On your bikes, I yell, then I hit play on the speaker and we are out of there. For the rest of the day, literally everything is a bear sighting. A rustle in the bushes? Bear. A squirrel darting by? Definitely a bear. At lunchtime today, my campers are the group celebrities. They're all telling exaggerated stories of their near-death encounter. Who knew 9-year-old girls could be so dramatic, right? That afternoon, I decide to surprise my campers with another run of roller coaster. Their cheers fill the air as we fly through the trees. And then, a crunch in the bushes. I turn my head, and there's a black bear about 20 feet away, happily munching on some berries. My breath catches in my throat. Turning back certainly isn't an option because we are too far in. Sweat drips down my neck as I reach for the speaker, but I know music isn't going to cut it this time. I grab the air horn, ready if the situation escalates, and I start clapping, shouting, cheering for my kids as loudly as I can. I scramble for a way to fix the situation, and then it hits me. I start singing along with the music. I sound like, it's raining tacos, you're doing great from out of the sky. Tacos, keep going, I'll meet you at the bottom of the trail. I keep going, getting louder and louder until the last kid passes me on the trail, and then I turn my head to look back. The bear is gone. Later, I tell Lily the whole story. Imagine an expression somewhere between anxious and dying of laughter, and that's what's pasted on her face as I tell her this odd story. She looks me up and down and says, Cavell, it wasn't the clapping or the music. It was definitely your singing that scared the bear away. So maybe I'll never win a Grammy, but if my off-key singing can scare off a bear, I'm calling it a win.
Thank you, Cavell, and that singing was definitely not off-key. All right, judges, let's see those scores.
We got a 9.4, 9.55, 9.7, and another 9.7. Let's give it up for Cavell. Now we got Xander Steinman with A World Fractured by Lies. Let's give it up for Xander.
Hello? Okay. It's kind of nice. All right. My mother once told me, one lie means 1,000 truths. But today, we live in reverse. Thousands of lies, sparse truth. Because truth has lost its power. Showered in deceit, its authority is fractured and bleak. Slowly losing its unity, society is on the brink of defeat. As we are losing identity that truth once gave us. Lies, small yet powerful, seem harmless at first glance. But they divide. They create misunderstanding and slowly fragment us piece by piece. History holds the proof. War propaganda used against the Jews. Small white lies sparked a wildfire of genocide, taking millions of lives, because hatred grew from that small seed planted by the lies beliefs. So snap back to modern day, where we live in a world where COVID-19 was called a hoax. Can you imagine being the family that broke after losing their loved one to a hoax? Or when vaccines are labeled as useless, not because they failed, but because lies prevailed. Because simple white lies are a virus of their own, spreading faster than any disease known as they continue to spread far past when we've grown. Or would you believe me if I told you that birds were government spy drones? I mean, you'd laugh, I hope. But people do believe. Because lies, through the lens which people choose to wear, become their truth. And in this post-truth era, where fake news and conspiracies run wild, misinformation thrives, invading minds and distorting lives, like climate change denied, people believe what they want. Stay cocooned in the comfort of deceit, leaving us one giant fragmented society. We've never been so divided. But when all hope seems lost, truth can shine a light. It can guide us, break the cycle, shattering the illusion we call lies. We can regain harmony, rebuilding the world where truth unites rather than divides. So let's change that narrative. Let's make truths louder than lies, because telling the truth shouldn't be crazy in a world full of lies. Thank you.
Test? What a way to tell the truth, Xander. All right, judges, let's see those scores.
We got a 10, another 10, a 9.85, and a 9.8. Higher? Let's give it up for Xander. Now we got Guy Costa with Shadows of Doubt. Let's give it up for Guy.
Testing. Okay. Fears. We all have fears. Fears we try to avoid. But let's face it. Fear is space, being replaced, being chased. For me, that fear is failure. Failure is the kryptonite to my Superman, the Joker to my Batman. It diminishes my confidence, my perseverance. How does it diminish my confidence? It's that one shot I didn't take in soccer. That one time I didn't take the 1v1. The time I made the pass. The time I played it safe. But I'm only playing myself. Playing around with my opportunities. Hiding my specialties. Limiting my victories as a player. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, they say. Failure is studying countless critical hours just to get 80%. It feels like a house of cards collapsing as the confidence inside me collapses. The hope is lost. I'm that hamster on the wheel. All that running that leads me nowhere. All that just to get 80%. But at least I studied. Failure is not being accepted into a friend group. Reluctant to sharing your thoughts. Reluctant to being the true you. As they subdue you, you are now like the other two. Too worried with fitting in. As they see through you, devalue you, and withdrew from that friendship, there is now no Control Z, no undo button for them to undo their actions. Because now they are the one that failed. They are the ones that failed to keep those family ties. Failure is shaking in my boots, from goosebumps down from head to toe, standing away from those stadium large crowds. Fear of being rejected, fear of being embarrassed. Worst she can say is no, they say. But at least I tried talking to her. At least I shot my shot. People have always said everyone makes mistakes. People have always said it's part of the learning journey. So then should we really have a fear of failing? Should I really have a fear of failing? Failure is an answer. Rejection is an answer. Regret is a question we will never have an answer to. So shouldn't we fear regret? Shouldn't I fear regret? Yes, we should. Yes, I should. Thank you.
All right, judges, let's see those scores for Guy. We'll give them a moment.
Okay, we have a 9.4, a 9.8, 9.6, and another 9.6. Let's give it up for Guy. Now, last but not least, let's give it up for Joshua Chan with When Summer Fades Away.
Hey, everybody, sorry. Josh is going to entertain us with the very final presentation of this day. So I wanted to say thank you very much to all the poets who were judged. Congratulations. Josh is not going to be judged, but he will be on the People's Choice Award. So as soon as Josh is done, Mr. Berzal will project the People's Choice Award. You can bring out your phones and you can choose anything that you saw in Block 4 is up, but we'll let Josh entertain us first. Okay.
This? Oh, this broke. I need someone to hold this. Oh, this is scary. Did you see Somerset? The winter's cold. I'm afraid to say the word, 'cause I'm trying to do the best to say the word I wanna say to you, 'cause I'm afraid to say to you I like you. I'm afraid to say the word. I'm afraid to hear what you said. I'm afraid to see, 'cause I'm trying to do the best to say the word I want us to say. 'Cause I'm afraid to say a word. I like you. I like you. You said I like you as a friend.
Let's give it up for Josh!
Yeah!
What a beautiful performance. Now, before we go to the People's Choice Award, let's give one more round of applause for all these poets up here. Okay, so get your phones out, scan the QR code right up here, and vote for your favorite act or spoken word. Where'd he go?
What? What do you
Dude.
mean?
As long as why?
We'll just wait. I can announce the grade 11 winners. You can do the grade 12.
Okay.
We start with second.
It's actually a really good song.
Yeah.
Sandra. Sandra, is that your mom?
Aww.
So nice. Main award will likely go to Dinosaurs, Salmon, for the girl who did it with Afghanistan.
Yes.
One of those three.
Is it dinosaur bird? She got a 10.
She got 1 10. Sandra got 2 10s. The other girl got 2 10s as well. She was like, I like your fluffy notebooks. You just do like a stroking motion with that.
Damn, they're really thinking this through. I think you should give me extra props for hosting and performing. You should take that into account.
Did you get any chance?
Okay? Yeah, I got 2 10s.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm... See.
So the People's Choice one.
Big round for Josh.
You guys got...
The other ones?
Oh, I don't know. They're still figuring it out.
Should we announce the people's choice?
No, I would do it all together.
Okay.
Maybe
Wait,
go down.
isn't there 2?
No, there's one.
Okay, the results are in. Oh. No, they aren't.
No, they're not.
We were lied to.
Yes.
Secret BBL Drizzy one.
Oh my god.
I'm cheating. So ask who wants to hear us. I cheat. Who wants a song? Who wants a song? Who wants a song?
What if I was to just rip into like, I don't know. I don't want to smell that pan shot shit.
How's it gonna go though? Because like you're gonna win and then you're
I'm not gonna win. I feel like this is like a high school thing. I think they should take it.
You paused. Yours was I don't know why she.
Why did she not give me a 10?
You said 9.65, but I just said 9.85.
Wait, you told them to slur?
Sounds like a slur or something.
My son even knows.
It is. It was.
Who's that?
She was so low.
No.
I felt like I was like putting it so close to my.
It's good. I can hear you. I think they should take into account that I hosted and I performed, and they should give me bonus marks for that. Like, I hosted 2 vlogs and performed. I skipped my class.
Bro, I did not even think Miss Strong was going to give us like a second. I think they should take into account that I don't want to be here anymore, so, you know.
You guys know what time it is?
I'm leaving. Why can't you get this on my head?
It's a good. Dude, it was
Josh, will that be on Spotify?
It's stuck in my head now too.
Hey, you got me on Spotify recording? Yeah, don't get me on Spotify. I'll play it on the announcements, I swear.
You got it?
Okay, this is super complicated. I might do one.
It's for green.
I'll just pass one more. I'll just pass the mic off.
Okay, can you just remind that all English classes need to stay? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Before we announce the scores, can we please give a round of applause to the whole English department for organizing this event? Also, a big round of applause for the judges. Okay, go with people's choice.
So.
Okay, so why don't you say, okay, actually, maybe I'll do the grade 11s first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're going to start off with the grade 11s, and it was very complicated, so that's why I thought it was just easier just to communicate it this way. Before I announce the winners, can I give a round of applause to our MCs, please? And also to Anjali and Miles, who were not here, but they were in Block 3, and I forgot. Not Anjali, Evangeline in Block 3. Round of applause, they weren't here. Okay. Also, too, if you are in English, we ask you to stay with your teacher because we have to clean up. That's our job. So my class, I know you're here. You are staying. Don't try and leave. If you have English right now, you stay and you help us clean up. Okay. Without further ado, oh wait, shh. The grade 11, it was really tough. And there was actually a couple times where the judges changed the scores, but you didn't catch it. And then I was frantically trying to keep track of the scores as well. And then we already moved on. So we just sat down and we reassessed. And we decided that for grade 11, second place is Kobe. Come on up, Kobe.
Congratulations.
And after a lot of deliberation, I said that right? Deliberation, yes. We decided that first place is tied, and we are going to give that tie to Trisha and Dane. And now you guys are going to grade 12 and people's.
Okay. You say people's choice first?
And then you can do both of the grade 12s.
Okay.
Okay, for People's Choice, drum roll please. We have Ida Kinziner for Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. And now for grade 12s. In second place, we have Sean McCray and Shaheen Ansali. And now for first place, can we get a drum roll please? We have Adisha Freaky. And with that, the spoken words for semester 1, 2024 has come to a conclusion. Thank you guys for all coming out.
If you're English, stay and start cleaning up. The rest of you, see your teacher.